Our goal and our mission with unclaimed property in Washington State is to reunite Washingtonians with their lost and missing money. So we try to make it as easy and streamlined as possible for people to do that. And whether that's removing barriers or meeting people where they're at or just getting the word out, we really try to make customers' experience throughout the whole process of claiming their funds really, really easy.
We want to make it easier because we want every dime within unclaimed property to be paid out to the rightful owners. We are merely just the trust fund holders to get these funds back out to the person they belong to. The whole reason unclaimed property was enacted was to keep businesses from absorbing those funds. So the last thing we want to do is sit on those. We want to get them out and we want to make it easy for them because we understand this isn't a process people do every day and there's questions and it's difficult.
So one thing that we do that is super exciting and makes the whole process just really streamlined and mindless for our customers is our money match program. And last year we sent out $5.2 million to Washington residents through this program. It is completely automated. There is no application or fuss for the customer whatsoever. All that they get is a check in the mail that they have to take to the bank in cash.
It was real! Money from an old account that closed a while back. Came in clutch too, because I used it to get the lights turned on in the new spot I just rented. Without that check, I'd be sitting in the dark.
So something else that we do that is really beneficial for our customers is we have all of the experts ready to answer phone calls when anyone calls in or emails our office. The same people who are processing the claims are the ones helping our customers. So they don't have to go through these phone trees or anything like that to get the help that they need. They're directed right to the people who can process their claims and give them the direct and specific information that they need. So with knowledge being one of our most significant barriers with anything related to unclaimed property, we really aim to do as much outreach and education as we can. We're looking to seek out communities that might be more leery of an online process or more susceptible to scams, such as our senior citizens, to give them the education that they need, help them hands-on to search and file their claim online.
At first, I thought it might be a scam. It was just a card in the mail. But it turned out to be a legit Washington Gov site. The process was super easy. I just clicked the items that were mine, and later a check showed up in the mail.
A huge priority for us here in Washington State is having materials and forms available in multiple languages. And so that also shows on our website. We've translated it into 7 languages.
So businesses that report unclaimed property are a huge part of our program. Everything that's received then needs to be accurate, and we want to make sure we are getting that information accurate to be able to find the rightful owner. So we have multiple workshops scheduled throughout the year to make sure that they know their reporting obligations set out in law, so they can make sure to get us every detail about an individual so we can get the funds back out to the rightful owner. Claiming inheritance, that can be a huge challenge. Even if someone has passed away, we still need to make sure that we are paying the rightful owner, even if that person has passed away. And once we determine that's the rightful owner, we then need to make sure the person coming forward is a rightful heir to that individual's estate. So it can get really difficult, and it's not one size fits all. Part of our interactive tool that we're working on will help with some of that. It's going to ask very specific questions about what happened with that person's estate, so we can help walk them through the whole series of documents that might be required, which can be a lot. This will also help them maybe not feel so overwhelmed before they file the claim.
So in the end, this is your money, and we want to reunite it with you. And so making your experience easy and positive really helps us to reunite your funds with you, the rightful owner. And it's important because this is not the state's money. We hold it for you.
When I found out I had unclaimed funds, it honestly felt amazing. In a world where things don't always feel fair, this was a rare moment that did. It was a reminder that sometimes the system can work for you. The process was super easy, quick, and actually kind of exciting. Once I got the money, I used it to buy some new clothes for my kids, which was such a meaningful help.
Last year was a record-setting year for us. We returned $182 million to rightful owners of property, and I really think that that speaks to our ability to connect with people and make the process easy.